Welcome to another episode of Lenovo Around the World. We're in Brazil. Brazil is an incredible country, over 200 million people. It's the 8th largest economy in the world. Fantastic, but also fantastic for Lenovo. We have a great business here for smartphones, for PCs, for our enterprise business. This is our most successful market for smartphones, most successful large market for smartphones. We have our number 2 position here, and very successful for PCs. Just last month, we actually became number 1 for consumer PCs, so it's a great place for us to be. Now in this video, we're going to visit both the Lenovo office and the Motorola offices. We're going to meet some of our teams. We're going to see some of our retailers. First of all though, I want to give you a brief tour of Brazil. So behind me is the skyline of Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is a huge city, the second largest city in Latin America. In fact, 12 million people here. It's the financial capital of Brazil, and it's also the key capital for Lenovo because we have our head office here.
The name of the place is Beco of
Right.
Batman.
Beco of
Batman, the one that you know.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So the graphics here are not fixed. They change
Right.
it in, I don't know, every quarter. They invited local artists to do new
Right.
graphics every time, every 3 months.
That's fantastic. Brazil is a huge country with an incredible diversity of people, landscapes, of resources, but also beautiful cities and beautiful people. There's everything here, from sandy beaches on the Atlantic Ocean to towering mountains, rainforest. In fact, Brazil has half of the rainforest left in the world. The Amazon River, Iguazu Falls, and of course, who doesn't know the iconic sites of Rio, from Sugarloaf Mountain to the statue of Christ the Redeemer, and 2 of the world's most famous beaches, Copacabana and Ipanema. And in a month's time, all the excitement that there is in Brazil goes up 1 notch even further as we have Carnival and half the world comes to party in Brazil. So a great place to be. We're here in this beautiful garden in the office park of Lenovo's Sao Paulo office. In fact, we're just coming out of the all-hands meeting, and YY made the remark that he's really jealous of the Lenovo Brazil team because we get to work in a place like this. But I want to introduce to you the 2 hosts for our video. We have Renata Altenfelder. Renata is Director of Marketing for MBG in Latin America, and Sergio Friedan. And Sergio is the Director of Marketing for PCSD in Brazil. They'll be our 2 video hosts. And that's the question for the 2 of you. One of the points that came out in the all hands is, how are we working together as all of Lenovo here in Latin America? And this is something that we'll get to see during the video.
I think we are getting closer and closer every day, not just in Brazil, but all across Latin America. We have offices, we share offices in some countries. We also doing some special projects with key clients where we're going to join both brands in the same POS. So we are getting closer, and we're also discussing very hardly this week that we should also put our teams to work together in some special
We're
products.
seeing some interesting things that we're doing, both Lenovo and Motorola at the point of sale. We're seeing a lot of momentum there and ways to work together. There's also a couple of efforts that we're doing from a PR perspective, and we were discussing yesterday during our dinner. So I think that moving forward, you're going to see more and more integration between the two divisions of or the 2 business units.
So fantastic. So we're going to see the 2 offices, we're going to see some of the marketing campaigns, we're going to see some of the retailers, we're going to go and visit one of the retail stores. So great stuff. Let's get going.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Lenovo PCSD and DCG Brazil. Today I'm going to show you around our offices in São Paulo, remembering that we have 2 locations in Brazil. One is in São Paulo capital, where we have mostly our go-to-market team, and then we have our plant in Dayatuba, which is located in the São Paulo countryside with around 400 employees.
Go Lenovo! Go Lenovo!
Hello everyone, I'm Renata Altenfelder, and I'm very happy to be here with you to show the Morola office here in São Paulo. At this office in São Paulo, we have the whole Brazilian team, sales, marketing, we have HR, supply chain, finance at this floor, and also we have another floor where we have the regional team. One of the activities that we had this year was a partnership with a very important newspaper and a partnership with a very important photographer, Ariel Carlos Magno and Estado de São Paulo. And they took photos with our Moto Z, and we had a very important gallery showcasing those photos. So some of the photos we have here at the gallery.
So while we were filming this episode of Lenovo Around the World, YY was also in Sao Paulo, and Luca Rossi and Sergio Buniac brought together about 500 of our Brazilian team members for a major town hall meeting with YY and the Brazilian leadership team.
Boa tarde, pessoal. And good afternoon, team, of course.
PC is big. We are going to grow a smartphone to be number one or number two in every market. And together, you'll be the biggest and most important technology company in Latin America.
So here we're inside the El Dorado shopping center, one of the big shopping malls here. And this is one of the great things that Motorola has been doing. In addition to the stores, we've got these kiosks in high traffic areas. So Renata, tell us about the kiosk and how it works and what we get out of it.
Kiosk is something really important for us, not just for sale, but also to showcase what we are giving to consumers. So it's a place where consumers can experience the brand and really see how great the brand is.
So here we're inside Carrefour, and we've got another great display, and I've got the general manager of Motorola in Latin America, Sergio Buniac, and we all call him Buni. Number two in the...
We are right now number 2
We'll be number one soon.
with 30% share. Last month in December, the PC team got to number 1. So I mean, we are going to be number 1 or number 2 in every market we play.
All right, and so we're going to be number 1. On that note, I'd like to turn over to YY. YY, you're here. So YY is doing the tour. YY, you heard that?
Yes.
Budi is saying we're going to be number 1 right now.
Sure.
So YY, you see all of these stores everywhere around the world and visit them all. What do you think about the stores that we've seen here in Brazil compared to others that you see?
Here you can see Lenovo everywhere, not just in these electronic stores. Our team is very diligent to expand the channels here. So they choose the best location in all shopping malls to put the kiosk in those shopping malls. So I think that's very smart.
So we're going to conclude this video the way you conclude anything important in Brazil, with a celebration, with a meal, the brigadeiro. So thank you everybody for being here. Saúde! So I hope you could feel the energy, the passion of this great team in Brazil, and this is what makes us so successful here. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time in another episode of Lenovo Around the World.
Que tiro foi esse? Que tiro foi esse? Que tal arraso? Que tiro foi